even after scoring the 100, that six he hit to Jofra Archer. I don't know how you can generate that kind of power on the back. You're hitting it's a good length ball, and you just timed it over. Like you know, even Jofra Archer had no clue what's going on with him. So it's
True.
amazing to see, and yeah, we it's great big potential for the Indian team as well now for sure.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Talking Cricket. In this, we are analyzing what happened in the last 1 week of the Indian Premier League. Along with that, we will also see what next for some of the teams. And joining us is Chirag Suri, UAE opener. Welcome, Chirag. And joining us, other one is Sai, who is familiar with us for the last few weeks now, an enthusiast who keeps watching all the matches. And of course, we will talk about Sunrisers Hyderabad side. You will be, I'm sure, with the victory, you must be smiling. I could see
Yeah,
that.
that was
Yes.
a nice welcome. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah.
Thank you,
Chirag,
thank you.
you're welcome. Chirag, let me first, you're an opener, and let me start with one opener, a young opener who's doing very well in the Indian Premier League. Jaiswal, Yashavi Jaiswal is making a huge leap in terms of his quality. How important is the role of the opener? And talk to us about SSP as well, Chirag.
I think firstly, the way he's been batting throughout the season, I think it just goes to show that this hasn't just happened overnight. You have to see how Rajasthan Royals has dealt with these young players. They are known to produce and groom young talents. This just doesn't happen by mistake. He's been given the opportunity at the top. He is rubbing shoulders with the likes of Joss Butler, orange cap holder, who has absolutely been, so consistent at this format for the last 2 or 3 years. The way even Joss has, gone about it. So now Yashashvi being in that zone, being amongst those kind of people, it's now they're reaping the rewards of backing a youngster, and they've done it in the past, and it's no secret, that how they're doing it because they believe in them, they want to promote them, and he's shown why they believe in him because the way he's batted, that even after scoring that 100, that six he hit to Jofra Archer. I don't know how you can generate that kind of power on the back. You're hitting it's a good length ball, and you just timed it over. Like you know, even Jofra Archer had no clue what's going on with him. So it's
True.
amazing to see, and yeah, it's great big potential for the Indian team as well now for sure.
Yeah. As a follow-up question, these days, T20 has, or rather IPL has gone even further. Generally, it's a high scoring, it's a close matches. But this year, there seems to be a lot of high scoring matches, 200 plus scores. How important is the role of the openers, and what do you think about the high scoring? Is it due to the impact player?
Yeah, definitely. Having an impact player gives you that, one extra batsman at times or one extra bowler. But I think teams have generally gone with the impact players as a batsman. In the season, especially if they bowl first, they like to get in that impact player. So especially with high scoring games, you need that cushion. So you tell your openers, use your power play, make the most use of it, express yourself, and I think that's what we've seen. Sometimes it does go wrong. Sometimes you try to go too hard. Some teams have done that and they faltered. You've seen while chasing, you've not even got on 120, 130. You've not got those partnerships which are key to getting that big score. So I think it's how you approach the game. Every team has done it differently, but definitely the openers play a huge role, especially in these high scoring games because they set the tone, they analyze, they send the message back to the dugout. This is what the ball is doing, this is what's happening. You relay that kind of information, and that's key in any game, not and especially in T20 because you can't waste time. You have to get that information and quickly process and give that back to the boys. Yeah.
Yeah, let me bring in Sai at this point of time. Obviously, he knows what I'm going to ask. Another opener, Abhishek, he came in and he did quite well for Sunrisers, and that gives you a victory against the Delhi as well.
Yeah, you're
So,
right.
so, so what are your thoughts, Sai?
See, I really agree with what Chirag is saying. And he being himself an opener, he has got all the experiences and whatever he says perfectly matches. And more importantly, there are three openers actually doing really well in this season. One is Virat Kohli, our captain, the ex-cap, the RCB with Faf to Faf, Ruturaj Gaikwad, and Yashavi Jaiswal. These four openers are doing something wonderful. The openers that are not performing, which actually surprises me, is Ishant Krishnan and Rohit Sharma. These two people are not come up to the mark. I mean, I expected a lot from Ishan Krishnan, and definitely even if you look at Sunrisers Hyderabad, even Harry Brooks tried as an opener, but he was not successful. Fortunately, Abhishek was, and let's hope there will be some more openers coming out in the open. And Jose Butler is yet to
Yeah,
come to the form.
yes, true, true. And talking about Sunrisers Hyderabad, I'd love to ask you another important question. Umran Malik, who made waves last year, he was clocking almost 150, but this year against Delhi, he didn't even bowl a second over after giving 22 runs.
Yeah, I'm
So
actually.
isn't it? And of course, Washington, so they're not going to play. Will it not affect the Sunrisers' chances?
Definitely. I mean, Washington Sundar not playing is a big hit. I mean, I think Sunrisers should have been actually ready for this, because what I have seen in the past of Washington Sundar, he's so injury prone that he's been seeing crucial tournaments. If you see, he's missed the World Cup, he's missed the test series previously, so he's been missing it many times. So he's been injury prone, and they should have. I mean, they could have prepared for a backup. I think they will be having a backup. And sad thing is that Umrah Malik is not performing. I think he's too much under pressure, trying to generate a lot of pace in it. And he's already been criticized by the commentators like Ravi Shastri, and other people are criticizing him on his trying to develop more pace rather than, the keeping the line and length. So he's just going a little overboard. Probably this is the first season for him. I think we should give him some more time, and he will come back. I'm confident he's going to be the best Indian bowler in years to come.
Uh, Chirag, I'll have to come back to you. You have,
Yeah.
in fact, you are the one who has faced some of the players like Rashid Khan, Josh Little, Noor, Ahmad Noor.
Yeah.
So, what is the difference? Like, especially Rashid Khan, how different is a bowler he is, and how difficult it is to face him? Chirag, your personal experiences with Rashid Khan or Noor or Josh Little.
Yeah, I think these guys are good at doing the basics, but a guy like Rashid Khan has an X factor. You see, he has an unorthodox action, and the ball skids on. It doesn't give you time to react, or even the loose balls to put away is not easy because they skid onto you. You don't have time to adjust. So it's very they're different kind of bowlers. So Rashid is a different. I would say Rashid, a Bumrah, Anacha. These guys are different league. When you come towards say a Josh Little, Noor, these kind of guys, they at times give you loose balls. They'll Noor will give you that loose short ball, give you a full toss, he'll give you a full pitch delivery. Even Josh, he's growing. He's also trying to generate pace, like we said. So he does lose his line length a little bit. But it's good to see these guys come up, because at the end of the day, we love watching those fours and sixes, but you want these bowlers to come into the game as well. And
Yeah.
uh, as much as it's a batsman's game, but you want to see good quality guy bowlers coming up now. Even for the purple cap, we're seeing there's four guys. We're tied at 14 wickets apiece in the last game.
Yes.
So it's good to see that competition at the top, and there's a lot of good bowlers coming out as well. Surprisingly, I haven't seen a lot of good Indian spinners this season. A couple of the guys have impressed, like this, the usual Kuldeep Yadav or the man Markande has done well. But I would have liked to see more Indian bowlers come to the party, especially the spinners. But maybe the wickets have not been quite helpful. Maybe that's the reason, because teams are not really backing the spinners much. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe the wickets get slower as the IPL goes. So it might come into the play. Yeah.
So coming back to you again, you have been part of an IPL team, and how difficult is a grind to go through the entire season, because you have to travel, you have to
Yeah.
play, you have to practice. How difficult or how much it is taking its toll on the player's body, Chirag?
So these players, for any league, to be there, you're away from the family and you're traveling all the time, playing the match, and in the night, sometimes you're taking red-eye flight, sometimes you're traveling early in the morning. So the whole night you don't sleep much. It's not easy. That whole league is not, it's one of the toughest leagues in the world, no doubt about that. And some of the players have been come into the IPL after playing the PSL, after playing other tournaments. They've been brought in straight away. So there's not been any such break or time out they've had with their families, or so it's not easy mentally also. That's why you see the experience. They say the experience comes into play. Why the experienced guys are doing well again and again? Why are Faf du Plessis doing it? Because he knows how to tackle these kind of tournaments. He knows the pressure. He knows how to do it on the field and off the field. So, we're seeing those kind of guys. Chennai always backs the experienced players. MI also in the past has always backed the experienced players. The more you play, the more you get up to date with, the whole ins and outs of the league. But yeah, it's good to see all the games now. It's been so exciting, especially this last week. Amazing games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great.
correct. Sai, coming to you, the difference between the top player teams and the literally it's just about 2 points or 4 points separate about 7 to 8 teams now.
Yeah.
So how do you look at it? How do you this week after a good week and 1,000th game in IPL? How do you think this week will pan about?
I think
And
this
who
season.
will be favorites for you this week?
This IPL season is getting very interesting. I mean, it's close, tight ones, and it's not. I mean, there is a very little gap between the sixth seed and the top seed. Just 2 or 3 points or 4 points. I think the lowest is Mumbai Indians with 8 points, and then below that we have 6 points. Kolkata Knight Riders and SRH at six points each. So, and the top is 12. So it's getting nail biting. So we're going to have a fitting finale, and it is getting more and more interesting. And why I was upset about was that Rajasthan Royal couldn't hold on to that 214 winning chase. And
Correct.
sometimes they say, it's easier to be a captain outside the field than inside the field. I would have the choice of experience, and Kuldeep Sen was the choice that he made, Jason Holder. That I don't know. Sometimes they say it was the right choice because of experience, but the result was wrong. Probably Kuldeep Sen might have done the difference. So yes, it is getting nail biting. Experience does play, like Chirag was saying, with his own experience, and also the experience to fatigue. Because I understand that after the games run up till 12 o'clock in the night, and they have their sponsorship their deals to around 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, then catch the flight. So experience, I mean, how you how physically fit you are, how mentally fit you are, it makes a lot of difference. Makes a lot of difference, and it's going to get nail biting. And it's going to be between Gujarat Titans, RCB, RR are still my favorites. All these folk.
Okay.
I am not still giving up hope with SRH.
Okay, very good. I like that. Chirag, coming to experience, that also shows, isn't it? Because associate teams like, say, for example, from Zimbabwe, our Raza is there. Raza is there. Then you have from Namibia, we have Visa. David Visa is there. Visa is there. They are very good players, but still they are not able to come up to this and make their presence felt regularly. How difficult is the standard between an associate team and a franchise tournament like IPL?
See, I think the IPL it's become, everybody knows, is the highest level, I think, of the sport. Whoever you speak to, whether they're playing the top leagues around the world and everything, they say in terms of league cricket, IPL is the highest standard of cricket for sure. Not only the on-field things, but the off-field commitments also so many. Like Sai said, you have to be mentally fit, and also very important to be physically fit, because to get through the whole tenure with the traveling, rehabilitation, all that. Why I said Faf is experienced and he's very fit. We saw that photo of him when he he's just getting some taping done, and at that age you cannot survive if you're not physically fit. Yes, experience is great and it's a bonus, but you have to physically be fit to get through this league. That's very important. Saying that, international cricket has its own charm and its own beauty, and when we're seeing our guys represent India, so many guys are doing well, and even at IPL, but somehow they're not able to translate that form when they play for India, or things like that. So the pressures are a little bit different. They have their own you can say own challenges in a way, but I think we'll see a lot of the guys now who are doing well in IPL carrying on. And if they get a regular good opportunity, especially the young guys in the Indian team, you'll see a lot of good performances from these guys because it's all about, at the end of the day, they need to be backed. If they are backed and they're given the confidence, I think they'll definitely, the team has to be open to making changes. Now we are going with the same 14 to 20 players in, ODI team and T20 team. We're not changing around too much our batting and things like that. But now in the next couple of years, guys will retire, guys will, have to come in and out. Whether you're gonna keep on backing an Ishan Kishan or a Sanju Samson, that whole debate is always going on with the Indian team, and that is
Correct.
sprung again and again after IPL. Every year it's the same thing. Sanju should be in, Sanju should not be in, Ishan Kishan should be in. So every year we have that debate of 2 3 guys who are knocking the doors really hard. Ruturaj Gaikwad is there, one of them. We have
Correct.
about 5 6 openers at the moment, but I'm not seeing guys who are finishing games. Indians.
True.
It was very nice to see a Rinku Kumar step up because we need a top order batsman. At the same time, we need their middle order, lower order to finish games.
Correct.
That's still being done by the foreign players. Whatever we're seeing, whether it was a Tim David last night or for the other
Sikandar
teams,
Raja.
Sikandar Raza the
Sikandar,
other day. So the
David
Indian
Miller,
players need to step up in that role also. This is where even the Indian team will benefit. We
True,
are
very
doing
true.
well at the top. We are doing very well at the top. We're getting good starts. We're doing, but we're not finishing games well. This has been the reason why we are not winning championships and trophies like World Cup, ICC events. So we need to groom those players because they are not highlighted because they don't get the opportunity in IPL at the top. So their runs are never 600 runs, 500 runs. They are at about 200, 250. But those 250 runs, the value we need to see, what they're bringing to the table. If there's a meter, like you say, the fantasy points and all we talk about, the game-changing performances.
Impact
You
players.
need to pick up the guys who are picking up those points or making that difference. We need those players who are giving those match-winning contributions. People are making runs at the top. We all know people who are making runs at the top, but they are playing, a way where they are playing for personal runs and things like that. They're looking to be the orange cap and things. The team is not doing well because of that. So there's no point of these individual accolades. The team is sitting on 9th or 10th place. So
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, like we had Dinesh Karthik.
No, I cannot take any names. You can take this name. I'm not
Yeah. No, yeah.
Everybody knows the players who are doing this.
No. It's absolutely right because you're talking from the player's perspective, and the quality of runs really matters. Lovely. That's important, of course. Okay, now
Absolutely.
coming back to
Satish, just to
today's
add,
game,
Satish, just to add, Chirag, I think we have a finisher coming in. There's a bright prospect like Rinku Singh and Jurel. These two there is a perspective of, they are little prospectors. I mean, I totally understand where he's coming from. And it's the right, I mean, he hit the nail on the button, actually. The perfect position. I mean, we need finishers.
Yeah, of course. So far, the Indian team has got two finishers. One is Surya Kumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya. I think more with in that role will be a strength, adding strength to the Indian team, and that can strengthen the base of the batting. Yes, lovely. And talking about today's game and moving forward, who do you think today will win? Sai, I will come with you, start with you, and who will make the move this week? Because Chennai seems to be slipping, lost 2 games, whereas other teams have all won one, lost one in the last 1 week. Which team will think will make the move forward, and who will win today's game? If you can tell me about
today I think the game is between RCB and LSC, right? Lucknow Super King. So definitely my vote will be for RCB. I am a big Virat Kohli fan and Fabs fan, so definitely I would want RCB to come on top and keep up with their slogan that this year the cup is theirs.
Okay, and who will make the move from the bottom half to the top half this week?
Satish, as a SRH fan, I really want SRH to come up from to at least to add on to that tally and to at least come up closer to make it more fighting. So there's a chance that SRH can come up, and it's surprising that KKR is not having the same momentum that they had when they won the first game, previous game. So I want the bottom team KKR and SRH to come up. Delhi, I don't know. There is a lot of issues with Delhi, and Delhi is having a tough time, and virtually it's out of the competition. So it's virtually hopeful for SRH and KKR to come up.
And Chirag, your thoughts on today's game as well as who will make the move or who will come down, who will go up? Your thoughts, please.
I agree with Sai. I'm a huge Virat Kohli RCB fan, and I would I think love an RCB win and see RCB take this trophy. You know, being from Delhi, unfortunately, Delhi is not having that kind of season which they would have expected. You know, when you have a budget of 95 CR and you lose a player who you've invested 18 CR in, it jolts you by 20%, but actually he's also your captain. So it's a big loss, you know, in this kind of situation. I don't, this is what was expected. It's not easy. You cannot find another player like Rishabh Pant. You cannot get any kind of replacement for him, you know, especially in the IPL where it's so, you know, fought and everybody's, you know, got their players already. Last minute, this is the best they can do. They've lost, you know, games on the where, you know, if things went their way or, you know, they had maybe a finisher or, you know, things are, there's always ifs and buts. You know, things haven't gone their way, clearly. But yeah, an RCB win would really please me, and I would love to see KKR and you know these young guys keep winning the games. I think it's very motivating and inspiring for us as well to see that. And yeah, I love watching that. Love the underdogs come up. So yeah,
That's true.
Love. Okay, lovely. On that happy note, we will sign off from this week's program and keep watching all the social media channels, gulfnews.com. And thank you very much for joining. Chirag, thank you, Sai. Lovely talking to you. We'll wait for the next episode to catch up with you. Thank you.